Well, friends, I have arrived back home in St. Louis. Look, you can even see the arch right there. And fun fact, we often call St. Louis the Rome of the West because of all the churches and religious orders that are based here. But now I want to take you back one last time to the original Rome. I still want to show you some of my favorite saints and churches. And I also want to introduce you to my Roman friends. A couple of these are good friends of mine from college, but then these friends introduced me to their friends who are from around the world studying together in Rome. In my first video, you met my friend Louis. Louis and I were roommates at Thomas Aquinas College in California. He's now studying theology at the Angelicum University in Rome, run by the Dominicans, working on his doctorate. And he was basically my travel agent while I was in Rome. Before I came, he arranged for me to celebrate Mass at all these incredible altars around the city. What I want to do now is take you to some of these altars and other sites that we saw and explain to you their significance. My first night in Rome, I had Mass at the altar of St. Philip Neri. St. Philip Neri was really just a simple priest, but one who had a great gift of being able to lead others to Jesus Christ through his joy and love for God. St. Philip was the first of many incorrupt saints that I was able to see in Rome. Even though he died almost 500 years ago, his body remains intact even today. They have covered his face with bronze, but I could see his fingers through the gloves. God works this miracle with a number of the saints to show us that he has the power to preserve us from the corruption of sin, as long as we say yes to him. When you celebrate Mass at a special place, you get to celebrate the Mass of the feast day that's connected with that place. And during my time in Rome, I was able to celebrate 2 Christmas Masses at the Church of St. Mary Major. The first was at the altar of the crib. Just above this altar are several wooden pieces that are believed to be from the manger in which Jesus was born. I celebrated Christmas again on my last day in Rome at this altar, to the left of which are remaining pieces from the swaddling clothes that Jesus was wrapped in after he was born. Another really cool place where I got to celebrate Mass was near a relic of the table from the Last Supper, up there behind those curtains.
I'm here at St. John Lateran's, just finished offering Mass near a relic from the table of the Last Supper, a slab of wood on which Jesus offered the very first Mass at the Last Supper. And here at St. John Lateran's, this is the very first Christian church to be built once Christianity was legalized in ancient Rome by the Emperor Constantine. This is the very first church. And back there behind me is the chair of Peter, at least the cathedra, the chair on which sits the Pope. This is his cathedral. It's actually not St. Peter's Basilica, but this is his cathedral, the mother of all churches, as they call it. So it's been exciting to be here and see this place. Here at St. John Lateran, we have another Egyptian obelisk, just like the one at St. Peter's Basilica. And if you look closely, you can actually see the Egyptian hieroglyphs going up and down the obelisk. This video is a somber one because right behind me stands the Colosseum. This is a large amphitheater, the largest in the world at the time. But what makes this sad is that it was not only used for entertainment, but it was used as a place where Christians were killed for their faith. The Romans took pleasure in watching lions and tigers brought in from other parts of the world devour Christians. They tried to do this as a sign to others who believed in Jesus Christ, that if you believe in Jesus Christ, you will suffer the consequences. But in the end, the effect was actually quite different. Many Romans, seeing the faith of these men and women, realized they had something. They had a joy. Some of the saints even sang as they walked towards their death. And that witness, that testimony, brought many to the Catholic faith, brought many to believe in Jesus Christ. So it's a very sad place, but also a place filled with hope. And across the street here are the holy steps, the stairs on which Jesus Christ walked as he went up to be judged by Pontius Pilate. And so I won't be using my camera inside there. I might take a picture from the doorway, but the tradition is to crawl up these steps on your knees and pray as you ascend the same stairs that Jesus ascended on his way to his passion. These steps were brought here to Rome from Jerusalem by the Crusaders, and they've since been covered with wood, but you can still see the marble on which Jesus would have walked up to his judgment. One last sorrowful place that I visited was the Church of Santa Croce, the Holy Cross. Although I wasn't able to take pictures, I found these on the internet. Here in this reliquary is an entire beam from Jesus' cross, the sign that mocked him, the nails that bound him to the wood, and the finger of St. Thomas, which he placed into the side of our risen Lord. St. Peter's Basilica in the distance. We're at Santa Sabina, the hill. We just missed the sunset. We'll catch you next time. I told you at the beginning of my video that 2 of my old college friends are here studying in Rome. You've met Louis, but now you've got to meet Lizzie. Like Louis, Lizzie came to Rome because she loves God and wants to get to know him better by studying sacred theology. While we were in Rome, Lizzie had Louis and I over to her apartment for an authentic Italian meal. I wish I had taken a picture. The pasta was fantastic, but my favorite part was watching Lizzie do the dishes with her friends who are also studying theology in Rome. This is how Italians do the dishes. They're very joy-filled people. Actually, these aren't Italians. This is my new friend Kevin from Ireland.
We're not friends, Father. We've never even met.
And this is Benedict from Sweden.
Hi.
This is my old friend Lizzie
Hi.
from Wisconsin. She's an American.
Wow.
And another friend, Sophie from Louisiana. That's a new friend too.
I go, do I live here? No, I only come here for parties.
Hello, I'm here in Trevisi? Trevestevere, in the west of Rome with my new friends. We're eating trapezoids. Trapezinos. It's an Italian food with meat, with red stuff with meat. I have a chicken one here, and we have some real authentic pizza here that these young men are eating. So yes, enjoy your fish sticks today. Here we just celebrated Mass at the altar in Santa Sabina, which was the Dominican church. Today is the feast day of St. Thomas Aquinas, and we celebrated Mass in the same church where he would have prayed. And then we went to go visit the cell of St. Dominic, who founded the Dominican order. So we're celebrating today with some good Italian food. Buongiorno, good day. God bless. The next day we took a train to a lake outside the city. And here we met a furry friend that I know you guys will want to meet. We just found a little puppy here on the side of the lake. We're in Castel San Gandolfo, where the Pope lives in the summer. And what was the name of this dog? Queen. He's a sheepdog. There's his mama, Titi. Well, as you can see, I'm back here at Sacred Heart. But before I wrap this video up, I've got to tell you guys about a few more old friends that I found while I was in Rome. And although I consider these very close friends, they're actually people I've never met before. Of course, I'm speaking about some of my favorite saints. My confirmation saint is St. John Bosco, and when he was in Rome, he built this building as a home for boys who didn't have a home, who needed a place to live, a place to have fun, a place to learn about God. And as only God could plan it, I happened to be in Rome on the feast day of St. John Bosco. And so I got to see this church that he built, and to take a tour of the home for boys, and to see St. John Bosco's bedroom, where he was sick for almost 3 weeks, almost died here in this room. And I came back a couple days later and was able to celebrate Mass on this altar, on the same altar that my patron, St. John Bosco, celebrated Mass. Another one of my all-time favorites is St. Thomas Aquinas. I especially love his writing in theology, where St. Thomas speaks about God and our Catholic faith with so much clarity and depth. As God would have it, I was also in Rome on his feast day, and I got to celebrate Mass in the very monastery where he stayed in Rome. And as another incredible bonus, they let me use a chalice that personally belonged to Pope St. John Paul II. If there's one thing that I learned from my time in Rome, it's that the saints are real. And just like we need friends here on earth, I mean, what would life be like without friends? So too, we need friends in heaven. Friends that we can learn from and talk to, and friends who show us how to become who we were made to be, how we can grow closer to God. And so for your homework, I have an assignment for you. I want you all to go and find a saint, find a new saint who can be a friend for you, someone you connect with their story. I want you to find a saint and tell me about him or her. Oh, and also I got to give a shout out to our third graders who are always reminding me of the most important thing in life.
Some famous friends. Yeah, I do.
Fireworks at the Coliseum.